Hello, it's the Crap Goth. My name is Pixie and welcome to my channel of randomness where you never know what you're going to get until you look on the videos. So today's video is actually a warning video, big massive red flashing light, sirens going off, please do pay attention. So I have actually been asked to make this video and I was only asked about an hour ago to do it, so I thought I'm going to jump straight on because Christmas is literally around the corner. We are now the 19th of November, so we are not far away from Christmas, and I do not want anybody falling for these scams. This is about dolls, a doll scam. So I am going to say right from the off basically that I am not a doll expert, but I am a doll collector. I have been collecting dolls for many years, but this is mostly about reborn dolls. So this is something I don't have a whole vast experiencing, to be honest with you, but I was scammed myself, which is why I am so passionate about you guys not being. So I've been talking to one of my friends about reborn dolls because they're looking at buying one for a family member for Christmas. Now, yes, there are adult collectors out there, but there are also kids, little kids who absolutely so want a reborn doll to love, to cuddle and everything. So it is absolutely important that you guys are so sensible when it comes to parting with your money. We're not all absolutely loaded. Reborn dolls can be very expensive, so please do listen out for what I'm going to say. Like I say, I am no expert, but if I can help anybody, even one person, from wasting their money and being scammed, this is what this video is about. Right, okay, so firstly, the dolls that I collect are called BJDs. They are ball jointed dolls. Now, this is a whole bloody minefield when it comes to buying dolls. So there are people who are anti-recast. I am not one of them. So a recast doll is... I probably shot myself in the foot by saying that, to be honest with you, because there's a whole minefield. If you are looking to buy a ball jointed doll, it is never a nice thing to buy things that have been ripped off another artist. So a recast doll is a doll which has been basically copied from an original doll. So bear in mind, these artists will take years sometimes to produce the dolls. It comes with a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of preparation, everything. And then somebody will poddle along and take one of their dolls and will literally recast the doll. It will never be as good as the original ever. So I found that out again the hard way. I bought some dolls which I thought were genuine and it turned out that they weren't. Some of them are such good copies. Would I get rid of those dolls? No. I love these dolls I've got. I absolutely love them, which is why I say I'm not anti-recast. I would now, knowing what I know, not go out knowingly buying a recast doll, but I would not part with the ones I've got because they are beautiful. And at the time, I didn't realise. So on that aspect, I would keep my dolls. So a recast doll for a BJD, like I said, it's not a nice thing to go and deliberately know you're buying a knockoff doll, basically. It's just not nice for the artist. It's disrespectful, but I'm not here to preach to you about that. I'm here to talk about the reborn dolls this time. So like I said, I have been asked to make this video, which is what I'm doing. I'm not an expert and I do possess, or own, should I say, I do own reborn dolls. Right, what happened to me? I went on to eBay. I looked on eBay, I looked on Amazon, I looked on Etsy and all these things for a doll. Now, I didn't have a lot of money and I had pretty much no experience of buying a reborn doll. For those who don't know what a reborn doll is, it's a baby doll that looks just like a real human baby. Now, some of them come with breathing mechanisms, some of their eyes move. That to me is a little bit too creepy, a bit too realistic for me. Not really what I like. I just wanted a cute baby. Now, I saw a picture on eBay of a baby girl. She was about £120, so not pocket change for someone like me, because that is a hell of a lot of money for me. Some people will say, oh, that's ridiculous, because like reborns can cost hundreds, which they can do. I'll get into that in a minute. So what happened to me was I found this beautiful baby doll. At that point, I'd saved some money up and I thought I would really like this because she actually reminded me of my own little girl, Astara. So I have a stutter, sorry. So I actually checked on the full description. I checked on the sellers' ratings. They had 100% of the ratings. They were 5-star. It was amazing. They went into great detail about the doll, what it was made of, the routing of the hair, what colour eyes it had, the plastics it was made out of, all this kind of stuff basically. And it was beautiful. And they showed numerous pictures of this doll. It was lovely. So I absolutely fell in love with it, and I bought the doll, and I waited for several weeks, and it arrived, and it was awful. Absolutely, I was heartbroken. I was really, really upset. So I had spent all my money, which is a lot of money for me, and I'd got this doll, which was the size of a baby doll, and I ended up donating it to charity, to be honest with you, but it was the size of a baby doll, and it looked nothing like the doll I actually wanted. So the rooted hair was just awful. It was in patches and in clumps. It just wasn't very nice at all. As a doll goes, it was okay for like a toddler, because they're not really going to know anything about a reborn, but for the older child it was awful. The plastic on it was just, it was, you could sink the face in with your fingers. There wasn't any kind of real feel to it. It wasn't a silicone doll, it was actually a plastic doll, but it literally was, the plastic was so thin and so pliable you could just bend the whole face in just by pushing it with one finger. It was awful. It smelt funny. The plastic was a weird colour. Like in the creases of the leg, it was extremely heavily tinted, like it had just been dipped and then just like brushed really quickly. It was just very, very, very poor quality, and I was absolutely devastated, and I felt stupid, like proper stupid, because I have been buying dolls for years, and I did not think that I'd be the kind of person who would be duped by a seller who was just an idiot, basically. And I was. It happened to me. So keeping this video super short, so I'm not going into great detail. Right, if you are going to buy a reborn doll, please do check out the credentials of the seller. One of the big giveaways is if the doll looks absolutely beautiful and it's only £100 or £200, chances are it is a fake. You are not going to get what you see on the pictures. Please do go and look right down through all of the small print. Go down, even if the blurbs are bloody mile long, go down all of it and look at the very, very end to make sure that they've not added on extra pictures of the real doll you are going to get. Some sellers do that. They reel you in with this beautiful picture and then they actually show you the actual doll, but you have to search for it. The descriptions will be really, really like sound as though they're so plausible, and they are not. So you also don't know what these plastics are. So there has been a lot of warnings going out online about things coming in from different countries, and they are not necessarily safety checked to the standard that the UK would do, or America, or whatever. I'm not going to name these countries, but please do be aware that some countries will send things out to other people and they are not safe for children to play with. You've got to be aware of that as well. There's a reason these beautiful reborn dolls are $50, $100, $150 or pounds or whatever. An actual beautiful reborn doll with a really, really high quality, you are probably looking in the region of £300 to £300 up, really. I've seen ones that are like almost £1,000. Now, you can go from the full silicone body and they are big money. So if you see a what's claiming to be a full silicone reborn doll for a couple of £100, chances are, not exactly, but the chances are it's probably fake. What I want you guys to do is, when you are looking at listings or buying a present for a child or for yourself or whatever, please, please go and look at the recommendations. Go and look at customers' photographs. It's all right, a seller having 100% reviews, 100% 5-star reviews. That's absolutely great. But as I did this evening, I went and looked on a doll for somebody, and they have 100% seller ratings, which you'd look at and go, oh, amazing, 5 stars, again, incredible, brilliant. But when you actually scroll down, there were those 2 reviews in a year. One was 6 months ago and one was a year ago, and they could barely string a sentence together. And I don't just mean because they speak different languages or whatever, but like, you know, like, because I often talk waffle and I don't spell things correctly, but it was like they were fake. So please, please do go see if there's any customer photos. That is a good one. If somebody has bought something and they've got 100% ratings, go and see if the customers have uploaded photos. The chances are, if they're willing to spend a few £100 on a doll, a couple of £100 on a doll even, they will post a photo of that doll as well. So do look out for that. Look out on what the plastics are made of. Go and have a look at the company, the name of the company. How long have they been trading for? How many sales have they made? What is their percentage of sales and things like that. If you're going to sink money into these dolls, make sure you do your homework. I read up on everything, or so I thought. The company looked legit. Like I said, they had good enough seller ratings for me that I thought was all right, but the product which arrived was absolutely awful. I don't have it anymore. I did actually donate it out. I don't know if this is awful to say, but I don't know if the plastics were safe or not. It didn't come across as being anything dodgy. It was just purely the look of the doll, the feel of the doll. I got ripped off. So I'm not passing on harmful things to other children. I did actually look into the plastics, and everything seemed to be okay with that, but the quality was awful, and that was an eBay seller. So this is just me saying, again, I hold my hands up. I am no doll expert, but I don't want any of you to get scammed, especially at Christmas time, especially if you're buying for your loved ones. So please do always make sure that you are buying from a reputable seller, that they have got a fantastic history. You're not spending a fortune on something you're never possibly going to get, and just be careful out there. Christmas is coming up. Unfortunately, there are scam artists everywhere. Some people don't have a conscience. Some people are just dicks. So, you know, I don't want anybody to get scammed. So yeah, before you buy anything, please do check up on it thoroughly. It's worth spending an extra half an hour researching into something if it's going to cost you £100 upwards, because it's a lot of money. Anyway, that is it. That's all I wanted to say. It's just me making sure that nobody's going to get hurt or scammed over Christmas. So yeah, hopefully that's helped somebody potentially. You know, that's the aim of this video anyway. So excuse my stuttering. I'm a bit like this evening. Anyway, if you like what you've seen, scan bloody in my pyjamas and just sitting here looking like a scruff, please do make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I do come out with lots of random videos, unboxing videos, days out, warnings about stuff like this. I show my doll collection, which is really cool. I show my family being weird people, which we are. So yeah, if you want to follow what's cracking off in my life, please do make sure you tick that little bell icon just so you get all the notifications. And if you've had any experiences as well of being scammed, please do pop it in the comments below, because I'm always interested to find out other people's experiences, and hopefully, like I said, this has helped somebody. Right, anyway, sorry about all the waffle gobbing, and stay safe, peeps. See you soon.